Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. I gotta tell you, here recently, I felt like I'm standing in between two worlds in many, many ways. The sort of analog world of the past, which is sort of the paper filings and the meetings in person, telephone calls, and then now the digital world, which is everything's online, everything's in the cloud, everything's by text, everything's remote, everybody's working remotely. These two worlds are causing my world personally all kinds of just topsy-turviness because I have different clients, and age is a major factor, who have different priorities with respect to how they want to communicate, how they want to meet. Like, a lot of people like to meet you in person. I'm not talking about proclivities here. If people want to meet me in person, I do in-person consults all the time, discussions. I do in-person meetings constantly. I assist people in person on a fairly frequent basis. That being said, and the thing to take away from this video, it's not required that you come to our office in person to process a K-3, K-1, IR-1, or CR-1 visa. Any of these U.S. visas, immigrant spouse visas, non-immigrant spouse visas like the K-3, or the non-immigrant fiance visa like the K-1. You don't necessarily have to come see me in person to get the case started. In fact, I've got clients I've never met in person over the years. Just, we've done it all remotely. For those who want to understand sort of how our process works, you can feel free to contact us. I need to assess your case, understand what exactly the parameters of the case are, what are the underlying facts in the sponsor's situation, the American citizen usually, what are the underlying facts in the proposed beneficiary situation, usually a Thai national among the cases that we do here in Thailand. After I ascertain that, then we go ahead and start the process. People deal with our intake documentation, we get documents gathered up, compile a petition for any of the aforementioned visas, fiance K-1 visa or a K-3 marriage or an IR-1 or CR-1 marriage visa. We basically compile all of that, we petition the Department of Homeland Security, and then we go ahead and process everything on through the embassy and then ultimately the interview and visa issuance. But again, back to the original question in the title of this video, which is, do you need to come in person to our office to initiate this process? And the answer is no. I deal with a lot of remote cases around here. You can contact us by phone and initiate everything starting that way. Best way to get an appointment to discuss things with me is to send us an email at info@legal.co.th is the best way to shoot an email in and say, hey, we'd like to set an appointment to talk to Mr. Hart about XYZ, and then we can go ahead and assist in getting the process moving. And we don't have to meet you in person. We can do all of this remotely and get it all done digitally so long as you meet the requirements for any of the aforementioned visas coming from here in the Kingdom of Thailand.